So today I wanted to cover the 3 things that will help you recover from a disc herniation faster and get you back into the gym. Back in November of 2020, I unfortunately popped a disc, and the symptoms that I had with it were pain down the right side of my leg, all the way down through the calf, low back pain, difficulty with deadlifting, squatting movements, getting in and out of my car, or getting comfortable when I was trying to sleep. So I will say I am 95 to 99% recovered from my disc herniation. So if you're watching this video and you've been diagnosed, please do not think that it is a life sentence or that you are going to be bedbound forever. This pain does go away, but there are things to help you speed up this process. I can say that these helped me significantly. It got me deadlifting, it got me squatting again without pain, as well as being able to jump into a bulk phase. And I've actually gained about 15 pounds since my injury. So let's jump into the 3 things I believe will really help speed up your recovery from a disc herniation. So number 1 is getting proper sleep. Getting proper sleep can be difficult in this day and age. I actually will say that with my injury, not getting proper sleep was probably one of the major factors that caused me to have a disc herniation in the first place. I was averaging anywhere between 4 to 5 hours. So this was due to working a day job as well as building my online business. So that said, optimizing your sleep can be very, very helpful. One thing that helped me a ton with falling asleep, staying asleep, and getting proper cycles was 1, tracking my sleep. Now you can do this if you have a Fitbit, if you have an Apple Watch. There's even apps out there now that will be on your phone. You can put the phone underneath your pillow and it will at least give you some idea of what your sleep looks like. I personally went out and I bought an Oura Ring. Even though you guys won't give me an affiliate link, I still do really like their product, and it has been extremely, extremely helpful. Specifically, I was not getting a lot of deep sleep, averaging around 15 minutes per night, which is absolutely horrible. You should be averaging anywhere between an hour to 2 hours. Deep sleep is one of the cycles in which your body is actually recovering and healing itself. So I was able to improve this by 1, going to bed earlier. I finally realized that I was only getting 5 hours of sleep, even though I may lay in bed for 8 hours. So going to sleep earlier really helped me out, as well as taking some supplements. So there are actually 3 supplements that I found to be very effective with helping me fall asleep and stay asleep. These are supplements I got from Andrew Huberman or Huberman Labs. If you don't know him, I will link him down in the description. He's a super smart guy. And I listened to his podcast with Joe Rogan where he talked about these 3 supplements, which I will post right here. I'm not going to go into the details of how these supplements work because 1, they're just out of my scope, and 2, you should probably consult a dietitian or your doctor before taking any supplements. That said, these supplements have been very, very helpful for me, really help bump up my deep sleep, which I now get anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours of deep sleep, which has helped me immensely. So after improving the quality and duration of my sleep, the second thing I doubled down on was blood flow and exercise. Now, everyone is going to tell you to do some sort of exercise, but specifically zone 2 cardio. This is essentially from 110 beats per minute all the way up to 135, sometimes to 140. This zone, per the research, is supposed to help with healing and regenerating tissue. Hanging out in this zone for anywhere between 20 to 60 minutes, sometimes even 70 to 80 minutes, can be extremely beneficial. The reason why is because the constant blood flow from the heart pumping at a relatively steady pace that isn't too exerting to where you're starting to occlude tissues can essentially help with dropping new nutrients and oxygen down into the tissues, which don't necessarily get a lot of blood flow. So this would be your ligaments, your tendons, as well as the discs that make up your spine. Since I wasn't able to exercise the way I really wanted to, which was squat, deadlift, do normal lifting activities that I really enjoyed, I was able to replace them with this cardio. No, it wasn't the most fun, but it was something that got me into the gym and out of this headspace of I'm hurt, I can't do anything. Oftentimes I would get done doing 20 to 40 minutes of this zone 2 cardio, and then I would follow it up with doing some arms, something just to make me feel good and like I was lifting again. Now, I specifically did this protocol for 2 months and built all the way up to 60 minutes per session. It helped immensely. My pain went from what was an 8 out of 10 whenever I was trying to get in and out of my car. If I was trying to lay down and fall asleep, that's primarily where I had a lot of my symptoms. but it significantly reduced that. And I believe within that 2 months, I had more blood flow to the disc and it actually was able to heal up. And that said, you know, the sleep supplements and combination of things, it really just helped in that 2 month span. My pain significantly reduced and I felt back to my normal self, which went a long way. So I cannot recommend zone 2 cardio enough when it comes to a disc herniation. I don't care how you do it. You can get on a bike, you can get on a treadmill, whatever you can do, just track it. If you are on any piece of cardio equipment at the gym, they will have the heart rate zones on there to help you out, as well as the heart rate trackers on the treadmill or the bike, whatever you're on. Okay, and number 3 on the list of things to help heal and recover from a disc herniation is to improve your positioning of the pelvis. In many circumstances with a disc herniation, the pelvis is in some sort of an anterior orientation. This is where everything seems to fall forward in relation to the femur. You could also call it an anterior pelvic tilt. If everything keeps going forward, the last thing to essentially go backwards and delay falling is a disc. And again, most of these discs will protrude from the posterior aspect. Now, I definitely did not come up with this concept at all. I got this from Bill Hartman, who talks about this extensively, and I can link that video down below. But utilizing that concept for both myself and my wonderful clients out there has been very, very helpful. So getting the pelvis to reorient and get out of this anterior orientation and find some semblance of hamstrings as well as deep abdominals can be extremely, extremely helpful. For me, this was just doing a daily routine of hook line breathing, some different types of lower body rolling, as well as quadruped breathing. These movements aren't very intricate or special. There were definitely other ones that I utilized, but these were 3 things that I did on a daily basis that would reduce my symptoms significantly. Now, again, I'm not saying that these are 3 movements that you need to necessarily utilize, but they could possibly help you with getting out of that anterior orientation and at least reducing some of the muscle tone that comes along with having a disc herniation. If you'd like to know more about how to get out of an anterior pelvic tilt, I just recently did a video on this, and I will link that at the end of this or maybe up over here. So that's it, guys. I hope this was helpful. I know this may not be one of the more sexy topics, but hopefully it helps someone out there that is dealing with any sort of disc herniation, as it can be a very tough injury to get past. So with that said, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.